Hello, welcome to the Good Enough Homestead. It is very, very cold here. So, ironically, we are talking to you today about putting in our wood burning stove, which we've been very excited about, but after we got the main part of it in, the next weekend was icy. So all the trees were covered with ice, the ground was covered with ice, and I said to Brad, I don't want you going onto the roof to cut the final part of the hole for the fireplace because it would be slippery. So he didn't, and then that next weekend we ended up having too much going on to work on it anymore. So we have not worked on it for 2 weekends, and then this weekend our heat went out in the house. So it is currently 53 degrees in my house, and Monday we have somebody coming out to look at the heat, and in the meantime we could have had the stove going, but circumstances did not align. So here we are. Luckily we've got lots of quilts that are falling apart and lots of just warm, cozy spaces. So I will be drinking my tea while I talk to you to keep warm, and also cuddling with this chicken pillow. We did put the washer and dryer in the garage, and it does get cold in there. So if you don't move the clothes over pretty quickly, yeah, they feel very icy. So that's been an interesting change. Okay, this was the laundry room, which will now go back to being part of the living room. What's all over your bottom? Today I am working on finishing the shelves, so you can see got the stain completely finished. That actually has on 3 coats of clear coat as well, so that shelf is done and just needs to be attached. So here Brad is cutting the wood down to size for the frame. He cut each piece to the same length, the same width, and then he is going to, I believe the term is chamfer, I don't know, the edges so that it is kind of a nice soft angle there. He will hopefully tell me the terms here before I post this video. So of course everything he does has to be ×4. these are the pieces for the bottom. So they just had to be kind of anything that he had there to go under the tiles because they will be covered up. Finally, he's using the air nailer here to nail the back pieces into the frame. Okay, now at this point he has to put down the then he's laying out the tiles. He has to use spacers to keep everything kind of the same space. And of course he measured this beforehand, and we actually went a little bit over on the measurements that we needed just so he could do a perfect amount of tiles within the form, and he didn't actually have to cut any tiles, so that was nice. And then now he's grouting, which is kind of fun to watch. Basically, he just puts it all over it, uses a sponge to spread it out, and then wipes it off with the sponge as well. So then it's kind of nice, clean slate after that. Moving the stove was quite interesting. I think it was 350 pounds with the thing that it came on, and so Brad and I lifted that down from the truck. It might have been 250 pounds. Maybe I'm lying. Anyway, it was a lot of pounds. No, because I could have done 125. It was 350 pounds, had it been, I think. So it was very heavy. And so it was interesting. We took it out in the frame, then he took apart the frame, which was like a big wood box. And then we carried it into the house. And I also helped him move the washer and dryer, so I'm feeling very muscular. And then finally we moved it from where we had it sitting in the house onto the platform, and I got that perfectly square. Yeah. And at this point, Brad was up in the attic where he had cut the hole for the fireplace and just kind of getting the edges right so that he could put the top piece on. And that was actually kind of funny too, because I was standing on the stove looking up at him, ended up dropping a hammer. Luckily I had just moved my face. It ended up going down the pipe. I'm gonna take the pipe up and grab the hammer out. So this specific model was the lowest emissions rate we could find, which we were surprised about because it was also one of the cheaper stoves that we found. I think it was right around $1,000, and we got it from Menards, and it also had about an 8-hour burn time. So we'll only have to replace the wood in there every 8 hours once we kind of learn how to do it well. It checked all the boxes. We were able to make this room look much better. It's not finished yet, and this is just kind of a mid-project update. I am really loving the way that it's looking. I love how it opens up the space again, and rather than making it feel like a small cramped room in a house that's already small. I love the look of the fireplace with the bookshelves on either side. I love the pendant lights. Everything about it has been very nice. There are a lot of things still to finish up. Hopefully soon we'll post another video where we've got everything done and you can see that. I think that's it. Okay. Frame. Hello. Thank you. Come on. Gosh. Down. Nope. Nope. stuff. What is it called? You know, stuff that you put under the tile. He'll tell me.